What's up guys, hope you all are doing good, and the topic for today's video is the first hurdle in your PR journey, IELTS. So most of us think that if we have studied English in our school and our college, we are going to crack IELTS very easily, but trust me, it's not that easy. All the PR applicants need to give IELTS general training, which is also known as IELTS GT. Now I will talk about the paper-based test, which has 4 sections: listening, reading, writing and speaking. Listening, reading and writing take place on the same day, whereas speaking is conducted on some other day. Listening and reading are objective type questions, but in speaking and writing there is no specific format and it is a little difficult to judge what is right as per the IELTS examiner. In this video, we'll talk about each section separately and what I personally did to get my magical score. Here's a magical tip which can do wonders in your listening exam. Before the recording is being played, you get a certain amount of time to read the entire passage on your listening exam. So while you're reading it, underline at least one word in each line. By underlining the word, it will get registered in your mind, and when the recording is played, you'll easily catch up with the audio. Even if you miss, don't panic, move forward to the next question. Here, concentration is the key. Do you remember the time back in school days in class 10th and 12th? The first section of the reading exam was always reading comprehension. What I did back then, I applied today to IELTS. I first read the question of each passage, one question at a time, and then started reading the passage. Now, as you read the passage, you'll get the answer to your first question in first 3 or 4 lines. By doing this, you won't have to read the entire passage, which will save a lot of time during your exam. By thinking about one question at a time, your brain will have a small chunk of information to process, which will increase your efficiency. What I did was, I learned these 10 words and used at least 5 of them during my writing or my speaking. These 10 words really improved my writing and use of vocabulary in my passages. The more complex sentences you make, the more you are likely to score. A complex sentence doesn't mean that it should be long, but a grammatically correct complex sentence will give you points. While writing, always look for what the examiner wants. Here is an example of a complex sentence which I always used in my passage writing. It is well known that celebrities have a great influence on a person's buying behavior. Now we'll make it a complex sentence by adding a description and a reason to it. In part 2, I am describing celebrities, and in part 4, I have given a reason. So the complex sentence will look like: it is well known that celebrities who are preferred by most companies worldwide have a great influence on a person's buying behavior because people tend to believe what they advertise. English is not my native language, so speaking was a bit difficult section for me. So what I did was, I started thinking about my daily activities in English. By doing this, it enhanced my speaking ability and built confidence. Also, if you can, make sure that you read a lot. Anything in English that is available to you. The books of your interest or the daily newspaper is good enough. There is a part in speaking exam where you have to speak for about 2 minutes about a topic, answering certain questions about it. So, for example, if your topic is talk about the famous foreign personality that you admire the most, with a series of 2 or 3 questions. Don't directly jump to the topic. Instead, build a story and then come to the topic. For example, if this question is asked to me, I would say there are a lot of famous personalities I admire, but here I would like to talk about the US president who created history by being the first black president, Barack Obama. So, here I'm not directly saying that I will talk about Barack Obama, rather, I'm giving an explanation before it. So, this is the way you need to speak. You don't have to speak in a hurry. Your voice tone and modulation should be like you're talking to someone, not like you're reading a passage. Speaking exam is basically for testing your speaking skills, not your reading or narrating skills. Writing and speaking are not about practicing more and more. It is about practicing right. If you don't practice right, you won't get your desired result. It took me around 2 months to prepare for my first attempt of IELTS. And what I scored was listening 8, reading 9, writing 6.5 and speaking 7.5. I was 0.5 bands shorter in writing. So I knew this is the area I need to work hard along with my speaking. But simultaneously, I didn't ignore my listening and reading practice. For the second attempt, I went about after a month. Don't keep much gap in your first and second attempt because all your progress will be lost. I had to dig deeper into what IELTS examiner wants. I will suggest you to refer to IELTS Advantage and Fast Track IELTS. Link is in the description. Give as many sample papers as possible. The more you practice, the better you get. But even after a lot of practice, you don't get your desired result in the first attempt. Don't be disheartened. Keep your hopes high and keep dreaming about Canada. Work in the areas which you think are weak and go for the second attempt. And trust me, if you work hard and in the right direction, you will get through it. So that's all for today's video. If you think that the information I provided is useful in any form, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next video. Till then, keep dreaming.